Imagine a typical morning. A 70-year-old man tries to get out of bed and notices it's harder than it was just a few years ago. The stairs feel taller, his shopping bags feel heavier, and his walks are getting shorter. Many people believe this is an inevitable part of aging, but scientists have a different term for it: sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. After age 50, a person can lose up to 1% of muscle mass annually, and after age 60, the process often accelerates. This is why older people find it more difficult to get out of a chair, maintain balance, and maintain their usual activity levels. But one day, researchers turned their attention to a fruit that had been sitting on store shelves for decades, considered simply a tasty dessert. It's the pomegranate. This fruit has been known to humanity for thousands of years. It was called a symbol of longevity, fertility, and vitality. However, modern laboratories are interested not in legends, but in the pomegranate's chemical composition. It turns out that pomegranates contain unique substances called elagitannins. When they reach the intestines, they transform into a compound called urolithin. This substance has attracted the attention of scientists around the world. Research has shown that urolithin can affect mitochondria, the cell's powerhouses. With age, mitochondria function deteriorates, and damaged structures accumulate within muscle cells. As a result, muscles tire more quickly and recover more slowly. According to researchers, urolithin can activate the renewal processes of these cellular structures. The body seems to receive a signal to remove old, damaged elements and replace them with more efficient ones. This improves energy metabolism. Of course, pomegranates are not a miracle cure. One glass of juice won't restore the muscles of a 20-year-old. However, research data suggests that regularly consuming foods rich in natural polyphenols may be part of a healthy aging strategy. There is something else of interest. In Mediterranean countries, where pomegranate is a common ingredient in the diet, people traditionally follow a diet rich in vegetables, fruits, and physical activity. It is this combination of factors that is associated with a higher quality of life in old age. Scientists emphasize that strength training remains the primary weapon against sarcopenia. Even simple squats, bodyweight exercises, and walking can significantly slow muscle loss. Adequate protein intake is equally important, but pomegranate can be a beneficial addition. It can be added to salads, cereals, and yogurts, or eaten fresh. It's important to remember that store-bought juices often contain high amounts of sugar, so it's best to choose the fruit itself. Research on urolithin is ongoing. Scientists are trying to understand who it helps the most, what dosages are most effective, and whether it can be used to support people with significant age-related muscle loss. While definitive answers are still to come, the idea itself seems fascinating. Perhaps one of the most ancient fruits, known to humanity for millennia, could play a role in combating one of the main problems of aging. So the next time you see a pomegranate on the grocery store shelf, remember, you're looking at more than just a sweet fruit. It's a symbol of how nature and modern science sometimes meet in the most unexpected places. And while it won't replace exercise, proper nutrition, and a doctor's advice, it can be another small step toward maintaining strength, mobility, and independence for years to come. And the main takeaway is simple: aging is inevitable, but loss of activity isn't a death sentence. The sooner a person begins to take care of their muscles, the greater their chance of maintaining their ability to move, travel, play with their grandchildren, and live a full life even in old age. But that's just the beginning. When doctors first began discussing sarcopenia as a distinct problem, many patients were surprised. Isn't weakness in old age normal? They asked. For a long time, muscle loss was considered a natural and inevitable consequence of age. However, modern research has shown that this process can be slowed down. Scientists have discovered that muscle is more than just tissue that allows us to move. It's a massive metabolic organ that influences metabolism, immunity, blood sugar levels, and even lifespan. The less muscle mass a person has, the higher the risk of falls, fractures, and loss of independence. This is why researchers have begun looking for ways to support muscle function not only through exercise, but also through nutrition. Pomegranate has proven to be one of the most interesting candidates. In one experiment, older volunteers were given substances derived from pomegranate components. Researchers assessed their endurance, ability to walk certain distances, and tolerate physical exertion. The results were promising. Some participants reported improved mitochondrial function and increased physical performance. This didn't mean pomegranate cures sarcopenia, but it did clarify Nutrition can influence the cellular mechanisms of aging. Why is this so important? Think of muscles as a large city. Mitochondria are the power plants that supply it with energy. As long as the power plants are functioning properly, the city thrives. But if old plants fail and are left unmaintained, power outages occur. Streets darken, transportation grinds to a halt, and businesses deteriorate. With age, similar changes occur in the body. This is why scientists pay so much attention to the process of cellular renewal. The body must promptly eliminate damaged elements and create new ones. However, there is one problem. Not everyone is able to effectively convert pomegranate substances into urolithin. Everything depends on the composition of the intestinal microflora. In some people, bacteria are actively involved in this process, while in others, they are virtually absent. Therefore, the same fruit can have different effects on different people. And this once again demonstrates how complex the human body is. Besides pomegranate, experts also pay attention to other foods. Berries, green vegetables, nuts, legumes, and fish contain substances that help fight chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, two factors that accelerate muscle loss. But no food can replace movement. Even the most expensive supplements won't help someone who has avoided physical activity for years. Research shows that 2-3 strength training sessions per week can significantly improve muscle tone in older people. And we're not necessarily talking about the gym. Chair raises, wall squats, calf raises, exercises with elastic bands, brisk walks. All these actions send a signal to the muscles. The body needs you. It needs to preserve you. Without such a signal, the body begins to conserve resources and gradually eliminates what it considers unnecessary. Many notice the loss of strength too late. First, it becomes more difficult to open a can. Then, it becomes more difficult to carry grocery bags. Then, a fear of falling sets in. The person begins to move less. Muscles weaken even further. A vicious cycle ensues. This is why experts advise paying attention to the early signs of sarcopenia: decreased grip strength, decreased walking speed, difficulty climbing stairs, and unexpected fatigue after a normal workout. It's important to understand, age alone doesn't deprive a person of the ability to be active. In many countries, you can find people over 80 who walk, garden, travel, and exercise daily. Their secret rarely involves miracle cures. More often, it's the result of habits formed over many years. They move, they watch their diet, they get enough protein, they maintain social activity, and they don't stop using their bodies. Perhaps this is the main lesson of the pomegranate's history. We often look for one magic solution, one fruit, one pill, one secret that will instantly fix everything. But health is built on many small decisions made every day. Choose a walk instead of an extra hour on the couch. Add fruits and vegetables to your diet. Don't skip a protein-rich breakfast. Maintain an interest in life. And keep moving, regardless of age. After all, strength isn't needed for athletic records. It's needed to lift a grandchild, to go for a walk on your own, to climb stairs without assistance, to maintain freedom of choice. And if the ancient fruit called pomegranate can truly contribute to preserving this freedom, then perhaps it deserves much more attention than we're accustomed to giving it.